This character is so OP that he's able to destroy planets with one attack. Now what if he was put into the Strongest Battlegrounds? Now this is entirely a what if, but BOROS is most likely going to be the next villain they add into the game. The overwhelming majority of the players want to see BOROS, and I mean, who else are they gonna add? Hammerhead? Crablante? Nah, I don't think so. But maybe you don't want to see BOROS. Maybe you want to see another character. If so, let me know what character that is down in the comments. And while you're down there, maybe you can hit that like button and subscribe. Now, although the next class might be a hero, since it looks like they're going hero, villain, we might get to see BOROS real soon. Which brings the question, what would a BOROS class look like? And I'm here to answer that. We will be looking at clips from the fight between Saitama and BOROS in the anime. As we all know, each character gets a set of 4 basic moves, and this is still going to apply to BOROS. These moves can't be too OP, or else there's going to be no reason for an ultimate and people are going to be complaining. Which means we have to look at the less powerful moves he has shown. The first being when we watched him throw a barrage of energy-infused punches at Saitama. Unfortunately, this move, like nearly every other one of his moves, doesn't have a name, so we have to imagine our own names. Even though it is just like rapid punches, I think it deserves a unique name. Something like Energetic Barrage. That's pretty good, I don't know. Okay. It really is just the same as rapid punches, but they could have the last hit to an uppercut since most of BOROS' attacks launched Saitama away, or they could include some kicks into the barrage, because we see that in the fight too. The next one would be inspired from the many, and I mean many, leaping attacks BOROS hit Saitama with. It could either be a leaping kick or a leaping jab. Doesn't really matter because he used both. I think it could mimic whirlwind kick in the way that it teleports to the enemy and stuns them, but I also think it could mimic normal punch in the way that when it lands, it launches you away. By the way, all these moves should have a pinkish impact aura, just to add a little spice to the character. In the anime, BOROS has a pink aura, so I think including that in the game is pretty cool. Anyway, moving on. The third move would be when we saw BOROS side dash and then try to punch Saitama but hit the ground. I think this move could work a lot like Jet Dive, but the movement would be a zigzag instead of jumping in the air. The name could be Winding Crash. I don't know, man. I'm not the best at names. If you have a better one, comment it. I'm not the one deciding how this class is actually gonna work. The last move for the basic moveset should be Heaved Kick, which would be a jump kick using your full body, which we saw BOROS do, and he launched Saitama away with it. This could work like how Saitama's normal shove works, where he just taps you away, but instead be a jumping kick. It's unfortunate that BOROS didn't have that many named attacks for us to use. However, there were a few notable ones, and if you watch the anime, you might be wondering, oh my god, why isn't he bringing up the other moves? Wah, wah, wah. Well, I saved him for the ultimate, so calm down. The ultimate should be named Meteoric Burst, with its first move being probably his most notable attack, Meteoric Burst. It's one of his last playable cards, and at the cost of his lifespan, he used his body's energy to power himself up immensely, and then dashed at Saitama and hit him with an insanely strong punch. I think it could work the same as Speed Blitz Dropkick, since it's honestly the same kind of move, and it would save the developers a lot of time. The next one would be Energy Projection, which is when BOROS released the energy that his body naturally produces through the eye of his chest. The devs could make this another map-wide attack like Table Flip or Incinerate, but please don't.
How? How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game? I'm so sick of this company. They're trash!
I hate the map-wide attacks. They ruined the game. I think I'm speaking for everyone when I say that. The next one would be, unfortunately unnamed, the knee that sent Saitama flying to the moon. This move should have an activation attack like Final Hunt does, where you have to land some small attack before launching them up in the air and then doing the actual attack. This will make it a lot easier to land if you're comboing them, and it will actually make sense to have it in the game. Now the final move, and maybe the one you've all been waiting for me to say, Collapsing Star Roarin' Cannon. This was BOROS' final attack, where he launched a gigantic laser beam from his mouth. BOROS said that this attack was strong enough to destroy the planet. Crazy. It could be just like Flame Wave Cannon, but instead from his mouth. Now that's about it for the moves, but now we have to talk about the more minor details, like his passive or the name of his character. The name that I thought of for BOROS was Bizarre Alien. I think it matches the vibe of the other names of the characters. Anyways, in the show, it's shown many times how insane Boros' healing factor is. He stated that his species developed the best regenerative ability in order to survive the harsh climates on their planet. This is what I think they could base the passive on. I'm not saying he should be able to heal mid-fight, but like all the other characters, he should heal while he's not in combat. But for Boros, that healing should be a little bit faster. Now that we know what Boros' character could look like, how would the other characters from One Punch Man look if they were added into the Strongest Battlegrounds? Well, go check out this other video to see how Class S hero Metal Bat would look if he was in the Strongest Battlegrounds. That's about it. See ya.